Hey, hello. Ooh, okay. Somebody definitely heard me because in the comments, a guy was saying I like that. Oh, I'm a British man. He liked the British accent. Well, if you're watching this video, I'm definitely not British, so sorry. I was grown in America. So, sorry, not sorry, racist pieces. Moai. The rule is. Yeah, I wish my double tasking worked on here. It would be so dang easy. Like, just double task? Nah. Like I said, this will become my drawing tablet, and then I can just listen through my other device. And problem solved. I just now have to wait until the end of the month, basically, to get my device. Can't believe September's already gone. So dang. On that day, people will get packed on Universal. I'm just telling you. Oh, ada. Look at this. I have a new little figure. This is the one I was talking about. I really wanted her so badly. I'm glad the seller finally got it to my house. Very chill. The character I'm currently drawing, I'm not gonna buy the figure, because I might get cooked. Because first of all, I have to order from overseas. Second of all, my name is not Bruno Wolfgast, and they're gonna say, hey buddy, what the heck, you live in the same house, what's going on? Yeah. Up my face, they're gonna say, hey, what the heck, buddy? So yeah, I cannot order overseas, and I wish there was an option I could just order from here, but no. They're gonna do the same customs on Amazon, whether you like it or not. So yeah. It takes 7 business days to even get here. Some people work on the weekends. The weekend versus the weekend. I definitely think the weekend would beat him. You know, the person weekend, he would beat him. Because, like, how does a day defeat you? Like, seriously. So stupid. The Vin Asian guy? Nah, brother. He fell off. I am working on my new Camaro shorts, and I will be sure to bring it today. No ifs, ands, and yachts. Yeah, you heard me. Yachts! Okay, I gotta stop shouting out. Golly gee! But no ifs, ands, and yachts, we will definitely bring it back. Hakari Hanazono, I think she is definitely turning out a little sus. If only they had Shakano and Universal. They don't! But I'm pretty sure they must have done a little bit of a close collab, or probably Universal doesn't want to edge themselves to that. So they're just distancing themselves. Swear to you, the only thing that will make Universal perfect is Hyakanu. Once they have that, oh dang! They're gonna drain my wallet. Not my wallet, actually. Roughly, that isn't actually my wallet that will be drained, but I'm telling you, I will not resist if they do a collab with them. Oh boy. It better be figures, though, because I will buy Kusuri, Yakuzin Kusuri as the full-grown version, and then, yeah, and then Utsukushi Tsukushi and like something. I know that word means beautiful, but I don't remember her name that much, but I know it has something to do with that. I will buy that character. And of course, if I'm going low on a budget, that will be it, but I will not stop. Trust me, the day they do a collab, oh boy, I will go to Florida myself. They will be able to suck my money. Like, if they put this in Epic, I would demand to stay there, no matter the lines and the trouble. Oh boy, I will ride on some of the scariest rides there, if it means I can ride on that. Honestly. Unfortunately, you can't record yourself riding it and get the moment, so... Yeah, Epic is such a disappointment, guys. I'm just telling you. The theme park, yeah, cool, but guess what? The wait lines were just killing me. These wait lines are not worth waiting in. They will just kick you out. And, okay, my mom didn't like the joke I was saying, but the monkeys, you know, if you know about the oil and all that, yeah, that's what the monkeys were doing. They were getting all freaky in the jungle or in the ruins. I don't normally talk about this on my channel, but I kept telling Megan about Diddy Kong. I kept telling my Megan. I'm not gonna... Okay. I kept telling my sister about Diddy Kong. It's like, can you stop with the joke? It's not even funny. Yeah, but she is true, though. It wasn't actually funny, and that actually isn't a joke I should say. Like, that's not even a joke. That's just me being sus and saying, hey, the monkeys are getting freaky. Oh, man! I just can't stop laughing tonight. Braza. No, but for real, they must have been doing something real bad in the park. Wow. Yeah, that's what I kept saying in the Spider-Man ride in Islands of Adventures. Like, wow. You know, I almost tried to moan in the ride, but heck nah. They would kill me and kick me out. Like, hey, sussy Baka, get off the ride! And get out! Yeah, I do not want that to happen. Anywho, we're already halfway there. I wish I had a higher voice to do that perfectly, like I kept saying the whole ride, like with the rolling R, like Kobo from Hololive doing That's what I kept doing in the spinning wheel, like Yeah, I don't know how Kobo got the rolling R's. Do Indonesian people have a similarity with the Spanish people? I mean, I know Dutch people colonized them for a while, and then after they got colonized, people from... Well, I mean, Spain might have some similarities, so I don't know. Maybe they got the rolling R's from them. Who knows? I don't know the lore behind countries. I just know their geography and their empires. That's pretty much it. Of course, when it comes to Honor/Duen, I know their culture and I know a lot of things about them, especially anime. That is the one thing that is definitely the number one culture, the number one most iconic part about their culture. We in the US, I mean, we have cartoons. I mean, the rest of the world has cartoons, but here in Nihon or Japan, they have anime. They have that there. And that's something that the rest of the world didn't have. And probably it's only going to be Nihon, or Japan. Only them. They will only ever have it. I mean, obviously other countries will get influenced and make it, but it's just not the same. They were the ones who made it first, and... Well, that's like how we invented the hamburger and the biscuit, and we invented a lot of things. We invented the plane, actually. We invented the plane. That's no joke. We actually invented the plane. You know, it isn't really that hard to actually touch grass, and if you're a weeb, maybe a little bit like me, I think we all agree we all need to touch grass. That rule applies to me. Whatever I do, I need to touch grass. I just barely did anything today. I didn't even get given schoolwork today, actually. I basically had the day off. It's just if you're a sussy baka, your time will go by quickly, and it will be wasted on the wrong stuff, so. And if you're going to Hyakano, just tell me, and I won't get mad. Okay, I'm joking. I'm not a gooder to that either, so if you are, you can just shut up and not tell me. But I can tell if you go into Hyakano, I can just tell you that. If you know what Hyakano is, good. If you don't, good luck trying to learn the slang for Kimi no koto ga dai 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 suki no shakunin no kanojo. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but if you know the slang to that, good. If you don't, good luck trying to learn. Ha! I would never say that in public. Oh yeah, that's the song. Like, yeah, I was singing the opening to Hyakano. I think personally the ending season 2 is my favorite version of them, of this Hyakano music. Honestly, the people who make the music cook. Honestly, those people are pretty goated at making the music. I mean, the ending of the first season, I don't really like it. It's not sus, it's just boring. But I think they're pretty goated with the openings, actually. They are goated. I mean, these people, of course, they support the same idea, but I would say the people who produce the music deserve more credit than the people who voice act the characters, honestly. I think they deserve more credit because the music is just goated. But technically the voice actors are the ones who are singing the song, so yeah, they get credit too. But man, that background music is just fire! Guess who didn't think that was fire? My cousin! Of course he doesn't think anything is fire. Not gonna call him a cringe kid, but bro is not. Nah, brother. He's like, nah, you do your thing with Hyakano, I'm getting out. He moved right away from me. You know, I'm so dang sus, brother. That's just the edge. That's just edging, and that's just, I didn't mean edging. No, that would be even worse. I don't want to say that. That's just walking on thin ice. Great. That's just walking on thin ice, my cousin. I'm telling you. There's worse things out there. Yeah, but I'm telling you, if I could force him to watch the series, heck yeah, I would do it to him. I will force him to watch it. That would be the best feeling ever, forcing him to watch Hyakano. I'd be like, you have to watch it! Dang, though, that would be just such a powerful thing to do. Imagine having power that you could force somebody to... Nah, brother. There's no way. I wouldn't actually be able to get such power to do that, because just imagine the balls you would need to have. I know that would get me demonetized, but all those you would need to have to force somebody to watch Shakano. Personally, in my opinion, I mean, a lot of it is just straight up sus, and I don't want to see that. But also, other parts of it is pretty emotional, but guys, I'm just telling you, if you can't handle milkers, and if you can't handle manko, I'm not even gonna, even with that word, I can get demonetized. I'm not translating what that means, but if you can handle that, or at least a little bit of sus, and you know how to handle thin ice content, then you'll be okay. But if you are extremely sensitive, I recommend not to watch Shakano. I've only seen the clips, and it's already it's already that into the thin ice. Like, I feel like I'm walking through, not Darien Gap, what is it again? The Bering Strait. I feel like I'm walking through the Bering Strait in the winter. If I walk through that thin ice and if I fall, I'm cooked. Because I'm in between Russia and the USA, and nobody's going to be able to help me there in the Bering Strait. You really got to be careful. So yeah, that's my example. You are in the Bering Strait when doing that. When you're seeing the clips, well, I guess the clips aren't as much in the thin ice, but tell me if I'm wrong, that walking on thin ice is exactly what that is. I'm not wrong. Universal, though, please collab with them, or collab with Spy. They collabed with Spy Family. You know what the problem is? It's not located here in America. Because if it was in America, I could just go through 5 minutes without Fast Pass. Unfortunately, we stupid Americans don't like Kusuria no Hitorigoto, or Kusuria no Hitorigoto, or Spy Family. I mean, I'm gonna say it normal in English, because anyways, they made the name English, so why not I say it in English. Those two shows, they're goated. And guess what what we Americans did? We just rejected it and straight up put Mario, and put Harry Potter, and put How to Train Your Dragon slop. I personally have never watched the movie, and I don't really care about the franchise. It doesn't interest me. I mean, you may like the franchise, and maybe like, oh, it's so cool. Yeah, I do like Mario a little bit personally. But come on! Universal will do that in another country, but not here in America. I bet you, if I go to Super Nintendo World, in the other side of the world, it's not going to be what I got. Honestly. The park I went to, Epic, I only went to it for 2 hours and went nowhere. Luckily, the guy there, he was nice, and he let us go to Islands and Adventures in exchange for our ticket. But honestly, guys, just don't go to Epic. It's just a waste of money, and the lines are just too crazy. If you want to go to Epic, or I don't think it's even called Epic there. If you want to go to Super Mario Land, just fly to the other side of the world. It's not even worth your money. Plus, you'll get Spy Family and Kusuria no Hitorigoto. Those two shows are goated, and they will have it there. I don't know. Maybe at this time they removed it, but I'm telling you, they had it, and it was good. I just don't get why. Where I live, there aren't as many good benefits. I mean, my figures are... You know how I get this? Overseas. Here in Florida, we have little of it. They maybe get a few figures from imports, like the stores get it from imports and then put it out for sale instantly. But those are just what's iconic and what people know. Like, you know, I don't even see My Hero Academia as often as One Piece and Dragon Ball. Like, those are the two shows that are always popping up in every store. In every single store that sells figures, that will always be there. I'm telling you. Shakuno, I think it doesn't deserve to not be liked as much, and I think it deserves the rating it has right now. But Spy Family and Kusuriya no Hitorigoto, if I'm saying that right, please correct me. Please correct me. I'm trying to work on my pronunciations. I've been trying for many years. Not many years, for many months. Okay, so, well, basically, those two shows, they don't deserve to be underrated. Lots of people like Spy Family, but then some people are like, oh, we left that in 2020! And I'm like, can you shut up? I didn't ask. And then the other show, they're like, oh, this is already outdated. Come on, brother. It's not even outdated. You know what's outdated? Whatever they like. Stupid people. Honestly, though. I can never understand why. I definitely would go if they had Shakuno in Universal. That would just be my moment and be like, I will do anything to get my ticket here today, on that day. They only have it that day, and I will go. Unfortunately, no, not very many people like Shakuno. Neither Spy Family. The stupid Universal does other franchises I don't even give two slops about. I mean, Mario, of course, everybody's gonna like Mario. But How to Train Your Dragon? Come on, man. I don't even like that. No. Personally, for you to ditch the franchises like Shrek and, I don't know, Kung Fu Panda, to you to ditch those franchises and make them into little kid playgrounds and then turn around and make How to Train Your Dragon a full-blown park? That is just straight up nah. Yeah, we're right. Epic fail. Even my cousin himself had a terrible experience. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give them 0.000.0000069 out of 10. Why am I making it that number? Because somehow I just like to use that number for everything. But anywho, that is just absolutely not absolute cinema. Plus, guys, if you go to Islands Adventure, just right outside of the park, there is a store to get the Super Nintendo merch. Like, come on. I got a Bowser plush and a new bag I can use for my drawing stuff. Honestly. Well, the only good thing I can say is I don't have to be a liar and I can have pictures and proof that I went to Epic. But I'm telling you, it is not epic. It is just an epic fail. Or even worse, it is just stinky, brother. Not only these monkeys in the ruins get freaky and don't let you in the ride, but also the Mario Kart, apparently somebody crashed and now they're having to fix them up. And then in the Yoshi ride, it's just danced like India, like it's just that dense. I'm just telling you, yesterday I had a nice experience in the afternoon, but I had a horrible one in the morning. Worst epic fail. This is one of the only times I say, heck no, that theme park is not justified. Epcot and Disney and that theme park, an epic theme park, not justified. Just go to the OG. Go to the OG. The Spider-Man ride wasn't even that long of a wait. I could just enter that 69 times if I wanted to. Universal Islands Adventure and Universal Studios justified. Now I see why my cousin enjoyed Universal Studios more. If only they had Shakuno Cunnel or Spy family. That would just perfect the piece. Of course, they dang don't have that. I only bought the Bowser because, yeah, the Bowser was pretty nice. But honestly, besides Bowser, I would buy nothing. I would save my money for today and would buy a figure. That would make me satisfied. But you know why I didn't? Because little Miko-chan. Miko-chan is here, and Miko makes me satisfied for a month. She would make me satisfied for a long time. Because I really like that character from Hololive. Did I accidentally make her a little too chubby? Or what? Guys, when you do this, you really have to have focus on where you're drawing. Am I developing a wolves versus cats style on this? If you guys know, you know. If you know, you know. My concepts are pretty goated, and people like my concepts a lot. On Twitter, people just love the concepts. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm doing this. I'm not doing this because... Yeah, that's the song, like, something because it always the correct answer. But I might have misheard it as correct answer, but it's something like it is all something. Yeah, I can understand the song, obviously. I have an understanding of music, but guys, right now I'm just feeling like my day's a filler day right now. I'm spending way too much time on this drawing. My dedication must be worth it. And I'm gonna just tell you one more thing stupid about not Epic, but the park I went to. I mean, it wasn't bad, actually. I'm just telling you that. It wasn't a bad park. I'm just gonna say that. In the park, I just want to say, you know how much Spider-Man figures, and I don't even like Spider-Man. Like, I'm not interested in Spider-Man. Like, if that was in my local store, I would not pick it up. I would just leave it there. You want to know how much they would charge for professional figures? From $100 to half 1K! You must be crazy to charge that much money. And then even a signed poster is cheaper than some of the Spider-Man stuff they had. I personally think the Back to the Future signed stuff is pretty nice. Her arm is definitely deformed, but I will fix that by fixing this angle. So now we have a little bit of exposure from this part of the school suit. Trust me, boys, I know how to draw, and when I say I can, I can. You always draw circles in these areas because without circles you don't know where you're drawing. It is an absolute necessity to use circles. Without circles you just have misfigured parts and you don't know where the heck you're drawing. I think I'm only going to be able to draw the top half of the figure of the character, not figure. Not even designing a figure. The people at FYE were just chill with me. Got a Miku poster today because somebody got the mystery box. How can I draw a character from Hyakano better than anything else? Like, I'm not even done with the face, and I used to split my videos into 2 parts, but I'm leaving you a promise. I never split my video into 2 parts. No matter if it takes 69 years, I will not split it. My videos will always be in 1 part. So you never have to wait for a part 2. It's just the schedule for drawing 2 parts for a drawing video just kind of got complicated, which is why I discontinued the... See, portions of the suit are wrong because I cannot see because this arm is blocking. So we're going to have to remove the arm and remove the position of the arm and now work with my own example. I always make sketches of my arms first, so I can just quickly get an example of the posture. But this looks like the arm spawned out of nowhere. It didn't get a reboot card and spawn. No. I don't know why I say everything gets a reboot card. Like, bro got his reboot card, or bro went AFK for too long. Like, one time I said, JFK went AFK for too long. Oh, these jokes are just too funny. For me, they are. I'm just telling you, yo. I wasn't able to really do anything much except try my best to enjoy the trip. I tried, and I enjoyed it pretty well, but some guy in the Toon Lagoon was mewing, and I don't know why the Toon Lagoon in the mountain, the guy was mewing. That guy was 2 Sigma. I wish I could just see the gift shop for Toon Lagoon, but I mean, it's too late. I already left the park like hours ago. And I'm not driving all the way to Orlando. Oh, nah. I don't even have a license, and I don't even have a ticket. I'm finally getting somewhere with my drawing. Nice ni natte kurete donna no kimi no ai wa watashi wo atsumete kuru. This is kind of actually hard to see, so this is why I go with the OG sketch I made. So let's bring it back, and then from these parts we bring it back, because see, The OG sketch will always be the guide. And then from this point, yeah, but then how does that just magically appear? You know what? I think I glitched here. I need to restart and make the arm a little bit larger. I'm right now not even focusing on the face yet, and I'm just working through the body, because that's the hardest part. Fortunately, I don't really like Harry Potter personally. I don't know why those people stared. Yeah, you know, honestly, if those people stared down on somebody that I know, like somebody that I knew was in Universal with me, if they stared that person down again, I will flip them off. But gladly, we're not going to that section anymore, so I won't have the chance to flip them off. But I would give the middle finger to them, be like, "Hey, buddy, what are you looking at?" Yeah, of course I'm not going to show myself showing what I would do to them, because obviously that's not nice to do on my channel. I mean, yes, of course, in parts of many channels, the middle finger is shown, but I'm not going to show that, because that is honestly just very bad to do, and you shouldn't flip somebody off, unless you have a good reason. But even that, it's not a nice thing to do. It's basically a way to say the F word to somebody without... It's like one of the only sign languages that we actually genuinely know to say the F word to somebody. And yes, I did use the middle finger sometimes. Be like, "Hey man, you for this." It's just how I have hands designed. Hands. This is so weird to add holes. This is gonna be shadows, so I'm gonna try my best. Looks more like a foot to me. New Florida looks more like... Yeah, I'm not eating from Universal, honestly, the food there. Honestly, if you're going to Epic, you just have to have a Fast Pass. Or, not a Fast Pass, but the Express Pass. Looks like an extra $100 per person, though. You're just paying twice the price, basically. You would have to be moneybags to be able to buy all of that. Not even a millionaire would spend their money that easily. You just do the basics as a millionaire. Even me, have $1 million, I just save it in my interest account and use that to pay for my house and stuff. I wouldn't use it on that. I'll just use that money so I don't ever have to work. I've never really done this before. I don't know, but in the end of arigato daisuki ne, arigato daisuki ne, ni, daisuki ni, ni natte kurete. Like, in that song, they actually, I don't know why, but the end sounds like somebody's using a salt shaker. I just can't help but think of that. Like, why, brother? Don't ruin the end of the song. I'm glad that the end of this drawing I don't have to show Rose thighs. But, brother, I'm ruining it. This is under. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just drop the camera. I don't even care at this point, guys. I don't even give two fucks. Because I've had to do this for the past 30 minutes. I'm not even done with the body. My portions look terrible. The top, of course, looks fine, I guess, but... Alright, we're now gonna just make the face of the character, and I'm probably gonna end it here because I'm honestly exhausted, and I didn't even do any parts of the face. I might just do this again just because I don't even have at first this was easy, but as you can clearly see, I'm struggling now. So all I have to do is sit straight all day for all this hour trying to figure out how to make it, and it's not even my own artwork. I struggle even more when I try to make my own original artwork. It doesn't even look like the OG. This looks like a slop I made. But I'm telling you, I get tired on Mondays. It's just unfortunate. Maybe I'm feeling what Garfield is feeling, but I'm just feeling tired, man. Gonna make sure this doesn't look like a chibi and it looks more like... Not trying to make her Mew, but no offense, bro got a little too much fat. Why is the face faster to draw than the entire body structure? This part of the body is terrible. The arm to the first area is fine, but just the second area is not even a good transition. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna delete this, or right next to here. Make a circle of what portions actually need to be made next to here, and then just trace this out. This is how it's supposed to look. Fortunately, I had to do that, but I'm gonna guarantee you this now is gonna look 1,000 times better. Yep, it definitely looks better than the OG process I did. Just hide away the sketch marks, and now it personally does look a little bit good, actually, though. I'm gonna stop criticizing it and say that. Criticism apparently is my favorite word to say about something. I say, oh, I'm getting criticized for this. Mara no Pekomari. I just really need to go on YouTube at the same time. I have no excuse to not get my drawing video done and my concepts and this, because so far it's actually looking pretty nice. You know that one, like, hi, Rentaro-kun, like, Rentaro-kun, like, you know that one scene, like, when she's with Karane? Well, guess what? I made an image of that a year ago, and my mom's like, oh, nah, brother, and crumples it up, and then I make it again, and I'm like, oh, absolute cinema, when it actually looks like a slop, because that's one of the most slop, like, images you see, like, I don't know how to explain it, but Bros definitely looks a little bit cringe in that image. Like, if that's what the character looks like the entire show, oh no, that would make me not want to watch it ever. But what is this slop? Gladly, that isn't actually the style they are making for it. Honestly, the style from the show, rather than the book, I think the style from the show is just way better. Sometimes the show style is more slop, but Spy Family just has an equal style to the actual show, so... But I think in, like, half of the books I see, there's, like, a style change. Like, quickly from the artist's perspective to what the animators can make, honestly. Alright. In a bit. Alright. I'm gonna have to finish this, but goodbye. It's been 50